What's up, fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm giving you 6 great date night fragrances for the fall time. So if you want to see what these fragrances are, be sure and keep it right here. Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said, my name is Tyler. This is my channel, Simply Fragrances, where we talk everything fragrance related. That's right, we're doing top 10 videos, we're doing seasonal videos, we're doing giveaways, interviews, weekly rotations, everything that encompasses fragrances. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, be sure to hit the red subscribe button if you haven't already. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support you have shown this channel. We are still growing, guys. We're almost to 800 now. So we're just 200 away from the milestone of 1,000. So let's keep this thing rolling and we'll get there in no time. So like I said, this is going to be 6 fragrances that I think are great for date night occasions in the fall. And you might be thinking, why 6? Why not 5? Why not 10? Why not 6? You know what I'm saying? Let's just think outside the box a little bit. Let's just not go with what everyone else is doing. So I thought, you know what? Let's do 6 great date night fragrances for the fall. And there's a caveat. This is going to be the niche edition. I'm going to do a designer edition because if I did niche and designer, you know, it could have been 20 fragrances on the table. I mean, who wants to sit through a 30-minute video of those? So I thought, you know what? Let's keep it short and simple. We'll do 6 just because it's a little different, a little catchy. So 6 date night niche fragrances for the fall time. So let's go ahead and get into this. So I think I've kind of got a really good assortment here. There's stuff that's in the video, that I've put in the video before, a couple of things that I haven't, put in there too often, but it's just a really great, unique lineup, and I think that you guys are gonna dig it. So let's go ahead and get into the first fragrance, and this one comes from the house of EBK Paris. This is Ruby and Vanilla Intense. This one, man, I don't know what I was doing, but I was sleeping on this fragrance for some time now. I've had it for a little over a year. I got it, I want to say around this time last year, maybe even just a little bit before this time. So maybe a little bit over a year or right at a year. But this stuff is very, very unique. Nothing honestly truly smells like this. It's a very woody, vanilla, sweet type of smell. There is some almond in here. There's some powdery, of course. There's a tiny bit of a tobacco note that's tucked away in here. But really, it's about that warm, sweet almond and vanilla that is in here. And this stuff, it performs and projects like a beast. So be careful with that. But I also think that if you do 1 to 2 sprays, that's all you're going to need for those close encounter situations. And you're going to have whoever you're taking on a date with you thinking, man, what are they smelling? They smell fantastic. What is that? It's going to draw them in. And before you know it, man, the good stuff might happen. So EBK Ruby Vanilla Intense needs to be on the list. All right, guys, so next fragrance on the list, and what I've kind of realized, I didn't mean to do this, but this is kind of a gourmand list. So, who doesn't like a good gourmand style of fragrance? Something that smells like, a food, or something that just, is really evocative of a date night fragrance. Now, this might not sound like super date nighty, but who doesn't love a good blueberry note in a fragrance? Who doesn't love a good woody vanilla dry down? I do. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys out there might. So what fragrance am I talking about? I'm talking about Bleecker Street from Bond number 9. Now, I don't know why, but this one doesn't get as much love from the fragrance community as I feel that it should. For some reason or another, this is very polarizing, but I love this stuff, guys. It's a very fresh, citrusy opening with that blueberry in there. It does kind of have this almost fresh cut grass type of mossy vibe to it in the opening, but the dry down, you're getting cinnamon, you're getting vanilla, cardamom, you're getting violet leaf. Guys, this stuff is just absolutely amazing. The dry down is my favorite part of this fragrance because the blueberry, you get that in the opening and then it kind of just carries through the life of the fragrance. At least that's what it does off of my skin. And this stuff, man, I'm getting 8 to 9 hours, maybe even a little bit longer depending on how much I spray. But I wore this the other day to work and I had a customer say, man, what are you wearing? That smells really good. So Bleecker Street, by Bond Number 9, I think is a really great date night fragrance, especially, you know, just do a couple sprays. You're gonna entice them. You're gonna get that warm, woody vanilla in there with a little bit of a blueberry citrus in there, and they're gonna be thinking, man, what is this guy wearing? It smells great. You're gonna smell fresh, clean, and you're also gonna smell pretty sweet when you wear Bond Number 9 Bleecker Street. So had to be in the list. All right, so moving right along with the list, guys. This next one on the list, I will say, if you're not the biggest fan of really super sweet, you know, fragrances, this one might not be for you. But I can say that this one has high regards in the fragrance community. It gets a lot of love and a lot of praise, and for good reason. Guys, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Baccarat Rouge 540. If you've been on this channel for a little bit of time, you know that I actually prefer the EDP over the X-Straight. I actually get a little bit better of performance off of the EDP versus the X-Straight. The X-Straight lasts longer, but this one projects more. So my vote is for this one. It's a little bit more lively, if you will. The X-Straight's just a little bit darker, but this one, man, this is gonna be all about that kind of sweet cotton candy, burnt sugar type of vibe to it. There is some jasmine in here, some white florals. It is kind of just its own unique style of fragrance. So it honestly is really kind of hard to describe, but you know, a good fragrance to kind of really maybe reference this to, if you ever go into Walmart or like Dollar General, places like that, Target, places like that, where they got those body sprays. If you ever pick up Ariana Grande's Cloud body spray and smell that, that's gonna get you pretty close into the ballpark of what this smells like. But this stuff, very, very good, very woody, very, very sweet, very, very powerful. So be careful with how many sprays you do on this. I mean, I think 5 is like my absolute maximum, and that's if I'm gonna be outside. If I'm gonna be inside, I'm doing, you know, 2, maybe 3 sprays. This stuff is super potent, super powerful, and it projects. Even if you go anosmic to it, which a lot of people say they do, I don't. I get really great performance and really, really great longevity off of this. So Baccarat Rouge 540, the EDP, definitely had to be on the list. All right, guys, so moving right along with the list, this one comes from the house of Parfums de Marlin, and this is a very, very gourmand flavor. And shout out to Corbin over at Northwest Scents, because this is his jam. He talks about this. I actually had a full bottle of this probably 2 years ago. I wound up trading it away just because I didn't think I'd wear it that much, but ever since I've done that, I've regretted it. So I do have a little sample of it. I probably will get a bottle at some point just to have in my collection, but this little 10 ml sample has lasted me for 2 years, and you can see how much I use. But what am I talking about? I'm talking about Habdan from Parfums de Marlin. You can see I've used maybe like 2 mLs somewhere in there out of 10. This stuff, it's potent and it lasts. That's why I don't have to use very much of it. But this stuff to me is a very, very unique gourmand fragrance. It smells like a drink that I've compared this to called Wassail. Wassail is like this great fall and winter time beverage. It's like an apple cider drink, but it has blood orange, it has cloves, it has blackberries, it's got cinnamon in there. And so it's just kind of got this really unique style of flavor to it. Well, this to me reminds me of that. It's all about that green Granny Smith tart apple in there with that cinnamon and cloves. There's some nutmeg in here. There's a little bit of musk in here. There is some, you know, just masculine qualities to this, but it does come off pretty sweet and pretty tart with that green apple vibe that you get from this stuff. But if you like apple cider, then this will definitely put you in the mindset of that. Just imagine that with some like blood orange and some cloves to give it just kind of a clovey smell. I mean, cloves smell like cloves, but this stuff is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Like I said, I may need to get it back in my collection, full bottle presentation, but for now, this 10 ml sample, it'll suffice. So Parfums de Marlin Habdan, if you want something that's going to be very unique, no one else is going to smell like this, I guarantee you that, and you want to seduce your date, this stuff right here, Habdan. Okay guys, so this next fragrance on the list, I'm gonna give a warning to. If you do not like compliments and you do not like people telling you that you smell great, which, I mean, that's a compliment, but if you don't like seducing people with your smell, do not wear this fragrance, because this is so seductive. This is so amazing. I've worn this, I don't know how many times, and every single time, this is 100% every time I've worn it, I've gotten a compliment, not just one compliment, but multiple compliments. This stuff is fantastic. It is my all-time favorite rose fragrance, and I think this is becoming my favorite Sahara fragrance. So by that, you know I'm talking about Zaharoff Signature Rosé. Now look at this juice. This is evocative of a great date night fragrance. This just looks like some sort of love potion that you put on and you have your date instantly fall in love with you. You seduce them with your smell. This stuff is absolutely amazing, guys. Literally amazing. So I wore this 2 weeks ago. I was going to work. It was going to be a little bit cold, and so we were working outside. So I was like, you know what? I haven't got a chance to wear this too much yet, so I'm going to put this on. I think I went with 5 sprays, which maybe was a little too much, but I knew we were going to be working outside. But I cannot tell you this. Excuse me. I cannot tell you how many compliments I got off of this fragrance from my buddy, who is a straight married man. I'm a straight married man, so it wasn't like that. But he said, dude, that stuff is amazing. I need to get me a bottle. And his wife, as I walked through the house to go to the bathroom, I walked by her and she goes, man, what are you wearing? That smells fantastic. Guys, Zaharoff Signature Rosé, it means business. It is that stuff. If you want compliments and you want to get people's attention and you want to seduce your date, this is what you need right here. This stuff is amazing. It is all about the fresh Turkish rose. There is a little bit of a oudi undertone to it. It does have some frankincense and myrrh, but the main thing you're gonna get on here is just this beautiful, beautiful fresh rose. If you are, God, that stuff smells so good. If you're a man and you're afraid to try a rose-based fragrance, this is the one you need to try. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I wasn't the biggest fan of rose until I smelled this fragrance. Because of this fragrance, now I've started to look into other rose-based fragrances and I've really started to like them. So guys, Zaharoff Signature Rosé definitely needs to be on the list. It will get you the compliments. You will seduce your date and you'll thank me later for it. Okay guys, so we're at the last fragrance on the list. Thank you so much for watching this far. I do appreciate that. So this fragrance comes from a house that is becoming one of my all-time favorite houses. I love the quality, I love the performance, I love the projection, and I love the perfumery behind it. It is, to me, what perfuming is all about. There's so many elements that goes into their fragrances, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I need to get, honestly, probably 3 more from this house, but it's probably going to continue into more because this is becoming one of my favorite houses. What am I talking about, guys? I'm rambling. This is Jubilation 25 from the house of Almay. This stuff is so good, guys. I love this stuff. This is, oh, so good, guys. Blackberry, honey, incense, oud, frankincense, myrrh, incense. Guys, this is just, this to me, this is a masterpiece. I love this stuff, guys. As you can see, I haven't used too much of it, but that's not because I don't wear it. That's because of how strong this stuff is. Be careful when you spray this, especially if you're gonna be in an enclosed environment. Say you're getting sushi or going to a movie or something like that for the date. Be careful with the trigger on this one. But I promise you, you will get compliments on this stuff, guys. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is perfumed to perfection. Like I said, Almay is becoming one of the houses that I just absolutely love. This was my first Almay fragrance and I can't complain, guys. It's been my first and I will always, always, always have a bottle of it in my collection. Like I said, it's all about that blackberry, honey, incense, oud, frankincense, some myrrh, just all these, you know, different types of spices that are in there. The fragrance notes in there is literally like a mile long, but it is amazing, guys. So great, great, great date night fragrance, especially if you want to make your presence known. If you want to let people know that, hey, I'm here, I mean business. You smell different, but yet you smell great at the same time. You're not going to smell like every other person in the room. This stuff is going to turn some heads. You're going to get compliments. And you're going to seduce your date. Almay Jubilation, man. This stuff is killer. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching the video. I do appreciate that. Be sure and comment down below what you thought of the list. Also, tell me what your favorite niche fragrance is to wear for the fall time for date night situations. What would your top 10 list be? What would your top 6 list? Whatever fragrances, how many you want to put in the comment section below. Tell me what your list would be. And also tell me, guys, have you tried this? Because if not, you need to get your nose on it. If you have, you tried it, let me know what you think of it, guys. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. And remember, if you love it, wear it.